This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
Another round of wintry weather is moving into northern Nevada tonight. How much snow it could bring to the Truckee Meadows as Storm Watch tops Channel 2 News at 5 o'clock. A winter weather advisory goes into effect a little over an hour from now. Might be a little late, actually. There's some stuff happening out there. Good evening. I'm Wendy DeMonte.
I'm Kristen Revington. Thanks for being with us tonight. We do begin with Storm Watch team coverage for you this evening. Chief Meteorologist Mike Algers in the Weather Center tracking the storm as it moves into town. Okay, Mike, will it reach the valley floor and stick?
Well, okay, the answer number one, yes, it already has. I mean, we're looking at snow outside right now. Sticking is another little more difficult question to answer because the ground is fairly warm from the fairly warm days that we've had here up to this point. And so the sticking on the roads is still a big question. So far, all the reports I've had come in have that it is starting to stick to things like grass and decks and all that. I have not had much in terms of reports of it sticking to the ground, at least until you get well up off the valley floor. There's a live picture right now just outside our studios, and it has switched over to snow, and temperatures are dropping fairly quickly. So I would expect as we go on into the evening here tonight, we are going to start to get some stick on the ground, and as a result, there is that winter weather advisory. And you see the low kind of wrapping around here, and it's going to kind of scoot its way on through. As it does that, it's bringing up somewhat of a southerly flow, so we're not getting a lot of shadowing from the mountains like we did yesterday with phase one that went through the area. And if you look at the next 24 hours, through the night tonight, we're going to expect to see some showers. By the time we get to mid-morning, however, those clear out. So it's really tonight until about 8 o'clock tomorrow, and that is really the length of that winter weather advisory that we're expecting. Now, if you look at the radar, you can see a fair amount happening. We got a little bit of a break on the mountains, but again, because we're in such a southerly flow here, we'll get a little closer to it. You can see it's sort of reforming up over the area. We've had a fairly continuous band. Now, I did get a call from Johnson Lane area down there, Minden and Gardnerville. They haven't seen a lot, although they are now probably just starting to get some showers there. So I would expect by the time the morning comes around, we're going to be looking at the possibility of 2, maybe even as much as 4 inches of snow on the ground. Will that accumulate on the roads? I've seen the NDOT crews out there have been prepping the roads a lot, so hopefully with the treatment that they put down there, it'll keep those roads from getting too slick. But do be aware of possibility of commuting problems tomorrow and maybe even a snow day or delay for the kids. We'll tell you more about that. We'll give you a full forecast coming up a little later in the show.
Now people are listening. All right, Mike, thank you. Well, this wet weather is making for some slick conditions for drivers out on this evening commute. Let's head out now to Ariana Bennett live from the McCarran overpass at 395 where it's coming down already. All right, it looks like traffic's still moving pretty smoothly behind you though, Ari.
Yeah, you know, it's not too bad. The weather, you know, this is a pretty typical winter storm. We've got some big wet flakes. They're kind of sticking on me a little bit, but so far not sticking too badly on the roads. But it seems like everyone's got a pretty good attitude about it. Everyone we spoke with today said this storm is definitely a good thing.
Yes, very excited. We need the tourists up there. We need the rain. We need the snow. We need the precipitation. We need to have a big winter.
I'm great with it.
Yeah.
I like the snow. I grew up in the snow.
Driving in it's no fun, but it's really nice to have the snow and to get the water that we need so badly. So I'm happy about that.
And speaking of driving, here's a live look at the evening commute on 395 tonight. You can see the snow's coming down. Traffic is moving, although drivers are definitely moving more slowly. Right now, the snow isn't sticking to the roads just yet, but it is sticking kind of in the brush and greenery outside of the roads. So, you know, if it cools off, we could see that sticking a little bit later. Definitely want to be careful on the roads. Of course, storms like this can make the roads pretty slippery. So it's never too late to get your cars ready. Make sure you're carrying chains if you're heading up in the higher elevations. And of course, don't forget to slow down.
Well, I got my trusty Subaru, so it's all good. I have road conditions on speed dial, so I always check the weather. I just got new tires, so I'm good to go.
And it is, of course, always a very good idea to check those weather conditions. You can dial 511 or just head to our website, KTVN.com. Covering Stormwatch Live, Ariana Bennett, Channel 2 News.
All right, Ari, thank you. And the Washoe County School District says its bus drivers are ready for winter weather we might get tomorrow. The school district says when a storm is expected to come in, crews will go out in the middle of the night and check road conditions. Then around 4:30 a.m., the call is made whether to delay school start times in the morning.
We want to make it as safe as possible during that time. And then, obviously, if there is snow on the ground and we are traveling, then the drivers get out, they put chains on the buses.
Parents can stay up to date with school delays by calling the hotline number. That is 334-8373 or 337-7509 for Incline Village. Of course, we will bring you the latest closures and delays on Channel 2 News this morning. And when stormy weather makes its way into our area, you can stay sure to stay up to date with our free Channel 2 weather app. You can get the radar, forecast, and watches and warnings right in the palm of your hand. You can customize it to where you live as well. Just search KTVN in the Google Play or Apple Store. And whenever winter weather comes to northern Nevada, please turn to Channel 2 News on the air, online, and on Facebook and Twitter for Storm Watch continuing coverage.